Today on Business Success in 6 with Stacie, I have Tony Montemayor here from TM Painting in Oostburg, Wisconsin. Tony, thanks for jumping on with me.
Hi, nice to be with you.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I would love to learn a little bit more about TM Painting. Can we go ahead and talk about your business?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here we go. When people ask you what TM Painting does, how do you describe your business?
Pretty simply put, I handle interior and exterior painting and staining as well. Now that's a variety of things, anything from exterior painting to interior drywall, drywall repairs, texturing. I also do quite a bit of cabinet refinishing as well.
Oh, that is awesome. That totally can freshen up a space. I know, at least for me, painting is so therapeutic when you get that place totally clean and just fresh, and it's a totally new vibe.
Yeah, a new paint job can really can be a good facelift for any area and make it feel completely different.
Absolutely. So you mentioned drywall repair too. So you don't just do the touch-ups, but you can also do that and totally redo walls as well.
Correct. From start to finish, I do not handle really large project for drywall. However, I do just drywall repairs. So if you have an accident with something and you just need a small area fixed, I can repair and texture and blend that in and then paint as well. Yes, correct.
And then same thing, what about, I'm just curious because where I live in Cedarburg, we have a lot of older homes too, and there's plaster walls and sometimes they get cracks there. Are you able to work with the plaster walls?
Yep, you're correct. There's quite a bit of plaster around the area as well, and I do quite a bit of plaster work. Yes, it's a similar way to repair it, but just different products.
Yeah, okay, wonderful. Thank you. So you've been in the industry a long time. What were your plans when you started your business and how has that changed throughout the years?
When I started, I had the goal of providing a local high quality painting company. And I've been able to do that since I've been in business. I wouldn't say things have really changed a whole lot since then, other than maybe a few of my processes, but I still strive to just provide a trustworthy local service. And it's worked out well for me doing so.
Well, congratulations. I know you talked about you started when you were painting when you were a teenager and then you started your business in your 20s. So, what has been your experience as a young entrepreneur?
Really just having the confidence more than anything. Going out and meeting different people and getting to know them. That's probably the biggest part of the business. Just really getting to know people and knowing what they're looking for, not just trying to sell somebody on something, but really trying to help them with what they're coming to you for. Um, it's been tough throughout the years, but I've gotten to a point where it's much easier nowadays, and I really do enjoy working with the people that I meet on a weekly basis.
That is so great. And that actually leads me into my next question. What is the biggest way that you impact the community? You're working with the community and going into people's homes. Do you want to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah. I mean, as far as the local community living in Oostburg, we have a really small, tight-knit community. And so it's great as a business owner, first of all, to be able to shop locally and help the other local businesses. Also having a network of people now, being a business owner, I'm also able to refer a lot of others to those businesses, which feels great. On top of that, I mean, we have local sports teams, local sports programs, school programs, excuse me, as well as a few state parks around us that we spend quite a bit of time at. So we do support all of those things as well. And it's just a great opportunity to back.
How great is that? Absolutely. So again, you've been in business a while. What is one challenge that you have faced that other business owners can learn from?
I think probably my biggest challenge was, and still is at times, just balancing that home and work life. Sometimes it can be really easy to get caught up in your work, whether it be working long hours or being out of the house more than you would like to be, spending time on paperwork. There's always something to be done, right? Well, it's always a priority for me to try and make sure I spend more of my time at home. My top priority is always my family, my wife and my kids. So in order to balance that, you really just have to take a step back sometimes and just kind of remember why you're doing everything. I think for me, that's probably been the one that's been the most important for me.
Yes, finding that purpose, that why behind everything. Now, you happen to have a business partner who lives in the house with you, don't you?
That is correct.
Is there anything you want to share about that? How do you find that balance when your business partner and you are actually partners as well? Like, what do you have certain rules behind when you can talk business?
Um, we never really had an issue with it. We get along really well as a true mom and pop business. My wife, Kirsten, is excellent to work with. It's just very easy for the two of us to work on a daily basis together. I'd say we're very lucky to have that because I know that's not always the case. And she's great. She's been great with in every facet of helping me.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. I love hearing that. I love that you shared that because yeah, like you said, it's not always the case and you can give others hope that way. That's great. So Tony, what does the future look like to you? And do you and your wife have an exit plan?
Um, as far as business wise, the future, really, I just plan to keep doing the same thing I am right now. I have no plans to really expand or anything like that. I just strive to deliver a good product, and be trustworthy on top of that. I know that's really important in general. It's it's one of those things you don't always find that in a person. So when you do, word of mouth is always a really big thing and that just spreads. So I really just try and come in every day and really try and help my clients with what they're looking for. As far as an exit plan, I wouldn't say I really have an exit plan in mind at this point. I'm still pretty young, so retirement isn't something that's necessarily at the forefront of my mind. Really just continuing to show up every day and continuing to deliver the way that we currently are.
Love that. Well, congratulations on that. My final question for you
Thank you.
is all subjects open. What inspires you most, Tony?
That one's an easy one for me. That I would just have to say my family. Everything I really do work-wise, it always goes back to the same thing. You're doing it to help your family, and they've been great. My wife, in general, Kristen, she helps me with everything from the bookkeeping to paperwork to working on the job. It's really a blessing having her by my side. And then our kids as well, they've both been very understanding where when there are times that I do need to put in extra work or extra hours or work a weekend here and there, they've been really, really good at understanding and knowing why that needs to be the way that it is. So, I mean, without them, I wouldn't be where I am. So definitely my biggest inspiration.
That is so inspiring. Thank you for sharing that. That is beautiful. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you to use your services, what is the best way for them to contact you?
So I run a Facebook page, TM Painting of Oostburg. That would be the best way to reach out to me. Good place to peruse through as well. Lots of good photos, lots of good pictures and comments from other people, past clients. So good way to reach out to me.
Oh my gosh, awesome. Well, thank you. Good luck in 2023. Keep doing great stuff and having a great family business. I love it, Tony. Thank you.